The official fall of the wall in the year 1989 made it clear that socialism had failed. In that context, the socialists, they moved the discussion of class struggle in economics and took it to other areas. So, for example, socialism, or what is of the 21st century, or cultural Marxism or post-Marxism, whatever definition you want, is to take class struggle to different aspects of life. For example, one of the aspects of life where you, let's say, have this is in gender ideology. I mean, it's incredible because the first ones to defend equality before the law were the liberals. What does the left do? They just go on to radicalize it. And then it moves to what is called female chauvinism. Female chauvinism is, let's say, the fight against males. And then, I mean, how do they do it? They do it by assigning rights. But when you assign a right, someone has to pay for it. Another thing is Black Lives Matter. That is, black people against white people, or indigenous people against the established communities. Or, I mean, everything related to LGBT agendas. Definitely, these are some of the ways in which, socialism extended the class struggle into other aspects of society, creating divisions and fostering deceit with the sole purpose of absorbing taxes. I mean, what was the Ministry of Women in Argentina doing? Did it manage to reduce a single femicide? No, none at all. The battle is on three fronts. You have the economic front, which is free enterprise capitalism. Then we have the political level. Currently, the system that the world has designed is a Republican liberal democracy with checks and balances. And, I mean, at the cultural battle level, notice that socialism has been very successful in the cultural battle. It has been very successful politically because it was able to translate that political battle in winning many elections. But why is it falling apart? Why? Because it produces misery, and because the economic system is a disaster, so people eventually realize that it is making things worse for them. But what happened? The liberals neglected the cultural battle. Much of the blame was placed on Fukuyama when he said this is the end of history. No, it was not the end of history because the following year, in 1990, the socialists gathered at the São Paulo Forum and, based on the ideas of Gramsci, designed a strategy to infiltrate the media, culture, and education, which ended up changing the entire discourse. And they established that what they said was politically correct, and that any idea outside of it was to be considered reactionary and had to be censored or even persecuted. And they claimed to be the ones defending freedom, even though they were the ones persecuting people. It's the same with journalists who get upset with Twitter. They say they defend freedom but can't stand it when those who think differently speak. Is that freedom? Yes, for them, but not for those who think differently. That's not freedom, that's fascism. Then, what do we say? Then we must fight on the economic front, and I believe we are implementing an extremely successful economic program that is being recognized worldwide. At the same time, you have to fight the political battle because, well, soccer matches are not won by shouting from the stands, they are won by playing on the field. But that alone is not enough because you have to, let's say, you need to convey to society the values of capitalism, the free market, what liberalism is, the value of freedom, right? And when you succeed in that, then we will indeed be able to advance steadily. If you don't fight the cultural battle, what happened in Chile will happen to you. They had economic success. It was, let's say, sustained over time, but at some point it collapsed. Why did it collapse? Because they hadn't fought the cultural battle. Then socialism, little by little, took control of institutions in education and the media. So they took over the media and culture, and on that basis, they attacked and broke up the system. And then they found themselves with increasing doses of socialism, and the only thing socialism generates is poverty. Therefore, what you must keep in mind is that you have to fight the battles on all fronts. And if you don't keep that in mind, I can tell you are headed towards collapse.
¡Viva la libertad, carajo!